What is going on, everyone? We just watched the Snooze Festival basketball game, also known as Celtics Pacers Game 2. Boston controlled this game from the end of the first quarter, bro. This game was a snoozer, bro. And Boston is about to roll through Indiana. I'm sorry, I want the Pacers to win, but like they don't stand a chance. And I mean, game one was really close, but this game, come on now, no contest, bro. I know the Pacers were getting it down to like 6-4, but like Siakam was on. I mean, but they just had nothing from Boston. And I know Halliburton got hurt, and I mean that's a big reason why I think that Indy does not stand a chance going forward because Halliburton got the hamstring injury, and we know how he played like right after the hamstring injury. He played like shit, man. Like he was not good post his hamstring injury for a little while. It sucks for Indy, man. But I mean, even if I think he was healthy, I think Boston would have still won this game with ease, man. Like Boston is just so fucking. I hate Boston. Y'all know if you're watching this, you know I'm a Sixers fan. I can't stand to watch this team win, but like they're a fucking force, man. Like Jason Tatum can play like shit and they still win by fucking 20. It's insane. Let's get right into it. This game was a snoozer. It's unfortunate because Indy's been so exciting to watch in this postseason. And I mean, like, oh, they stunk tonight outside of Siakam. They stunk. Yeah, we'll talk about Indy first. We'll reverse it. We'll do the bench first. I mean, Obi Toppin was fine. He was only a -5. That's not bad. He had a really good drive when Boston was starting to do his own. This is back when the game was actually close and Indy was up 2. Um, but yeah, outside of that first quarter, it was a no contest for Boston, man. Like, yeah, Boston started playing zone early. Obi Toppin had a big drive. I mean, that was his big play of the game. I mean, he had some bad turnover. He had a bad turnover as well. I don't specifically remember what happened, but I just remember Obi Toppin having a shitty turnover. Um, yeah, TJ McConnell was not much of a factor in this game. He's been a factor in almost every other game, but not tonight, man. He was not good. Um, yeah. Um, just didn't have it. I mean, like he wasn't getting it going. I know he hit a three. He hit his only three, but like the Celtics were just on. I mean, everyone on the Celtics was contributing who got serious minutes. So yeah, I mean, like the Celtics bench is better than the Pacers bench. But yeah, TJ McConnell -18. I think he was in when the Celtics made the big run to get that like big lead at the end of the game. So I mean, his plus minus probably went significantly down towards the end, but still, I mean, it sticks. Ben Shepherd was also not good in this game. I know he was 3 for 6, but he didn't hit any threes. I feel like I've been saying this a lot, but the key to Ben Shepherd being productive in the postseason is being able to hit his threes, and he hasn't done that so far in this series. So it's like he can't really, he's not really that valuable if he can't hit his three. I know he's a good defender. He is a good defender, but like if he can't hit his threes, it's like he's a liability on offense, I feel like. So yeah, Isaiah Jackson had to play more minutes than usual because Miles Turner got into some foul trouble early in this game. So Isaiah Jackson had to come in early and have some minutes, and he was not very productive to say the least. I mean, he was trying out there. I mean, Isaiah Jackson will always give you effort. That's the good thing about Isaiah Jackson. But yeah, bench players just like didn't have it. They didn't have it for the Pacers tonight. And like I was saying that in this series, it's like the Pacers are the team that could give the Celtics a hard time because they're deep and they're so damn fast, but like they don't look deep at all right now. Like, I mean, the Celtics look way deeper than the Pacers, and it's like crazy, dude. Um, in terms of the Pacers side, once again, Aaron Neesmith got into some foul trouble. I mean, I think that's been a common theme these last 2 games is that I mean, he fouled out in game one. If he didn't foul in game one, the Pacers might have actually won that game. And we'd be talking about a whole different story right now because they'd be going back to Cambridge 1-1. But yeah, Aaron Neesmith got in foul. He can't get into foul trouble, man. He's the only one, or I shouldn't say the only one, but like the best one at guarding Tatum because he can actually take him one on one. Miles Turner was awful in this game, man. There was the one play where he just ran away from the ball. Like there was a rebound that went straight to him. He didn't even like see the ball and he just fucking ran away from it. This is Miles Turner. I think his worst game of the postseason so far. Yeah, Miles Turner was not in this game. Let's look at Miles Turner's numbers in the postseason. Because for the most part, because outside of tonight, Miles Turner has been solid in the postseason. Like he had some really good games against the Bucks. I know he had some good games. Yeah, look at this. Maybe outside of his 6 point game, maybe game two in New York was worse, or game six of Milwaukee was pretty bad too. But like, yeah, I would say. Did I say game six New York? Game six of Milwaukee, game two in New York, game two of Boston. Yeah, this was definitely like one of his worst games in the postseason. He just didn't have it tonight. Like, I mean, yeah, he was 2 for 4 from three, but like wasn't really aggressive outside of that. You like to see Miles Turner. I believe he didn't like have any points in the first half, if I remember correctly, where he went a while without getting any points on the board. If you're the Pacers, you want to see Miles Turner be more aggressive, man. Like they are better when this guy is putting up like 23-7. Like they almost won when he had 23 last game. I mean, this team is so much better when he like plays well. I mean, like he proved that he can be a stud. And it's not like, yeah, he proved he can be a stud. It's just he's not consistent. But yeah, it's enough about Miles Turner. Andrew Nemhard had a solid game. You really can't fault Andrew Nemhard for the Pacers losing this game. I mean, he put up his normal stats. He was +2. Yeah, you can't fault Andrew Nemhard. Tyrese Halliburton, I thought was a little passive in this game. I feel like that's been a common theme of Halliburton in this postseason. That he's a little too passive. I think there are times he needs to be more aggressive and take over the game. It's unfortunate though, man. He pulled his hamstring, and that's really, really fucking bad for the Pacers. Like his stats post his hamstring injury when he was working back from that were just straight up terrible. He was on a minutes restriction like almost every game. So yeah, that's like the worst news the Pacers could have possibly got. Not only did they get their ass kicked, but Tyrese Halliburton pulled his hamstring. So that's a really bad combination. I mean, if he doesn't play game three, their season's over. Let's be honest here. Like maybe if he doesn't play game 3 or 4, like they are gonna get swept. I mean, so he has to play. Like, but even if he's not 100%, I think the Pacers are cooked. So we'll see how he looks in game three. My hopes are not high for Indy right now. Pascal Siakam's really stepped up in this game. I'm proud of Siakam. He started off the game. I think he only had like 2 points in the first quarter, but then he was absolutely cooking in the second and in the third. There was the period in the third where the Pacers got it down to, I believe, like 6 or something like that. And that was like all Siakam, man. He was hitting mid-range threes. I mean, like Siakam was letting him have it tonight. So shout out to Siakam, man. He was in his bag tonight, but unfortunately the rest of the team was not. You needed guys like Miles Turner and Halliburton to really step up in this game. If you wanted to have a shot. Like Tyrese Halliburton pulled his hamstring, though. That's the hamstring injury. That's like the killer in this, man. Like they are cooked without Tyrese Halliburton. Let's move on to the winners, though. We can't. Although although the Pacers got injured, we cannot discredit what the Celtics did tonight, man. They were really good. They were fantastic tonight. Outside of Jason Tatum, honestly, like it is like this isn't a knock on Jason Tatum, but like he can have a bad game and the Celtics still cook. That's just how good the Celtics are. That's not a like granted Tatum had a bad game tonight. I know he cleaned it up at the end, like he stat padded a little bit at the end, so it looked like he didn't have a bad game. There was a period of time where he was going on. He had like the first half, he had like 4 points and 3 turnovers or something like that. Like he was terrible in this game. I mean, like let's be honest here. if like um if that were Luca, if that were Luca or even Halliburton, if he had like 4 points and 3 turnovers at half, their teams would be down like 20. It's insane. Like Tatum has the luxury to play like shit and still be up. It's like insane. Yeah. Sorry, I should have got a water. My voice is getting my throat's getting dry because I've been yapping too hard. You know, I'm just a yapper who don't know ball. Al Horford, he really didn't do that much in this game, but I mean, he was productive when he was in. I mean, did not hit his three, but I mean, he's just the glue guy. 10 rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds. That's a fantastic number for Al Horford. So yes, maybe he was impactful in this game. Just proving that I don't know ball. Drew Holiday, another solid game, 6 for 7, 3 for 4. Dude was just efficient tonight, man. I mean, he's playing good defense on these guards. Halliburton, I know Halliburton pulled his hamstring or whatever hamstring injury happened, but like, I mean, only making him take 8 shots is good. I mean, like Drew Holiday continues to be one of the best defenders in the NBA. Derek White, I know we were talking about before how he's been kind of streaky these last few games, but he really turned it on in this game. Like, I mean, he was in his bag. What? I thought I'd look up Derek White's stats and we get Derek Jeter. Are you kidding me, bro? What is this? It's because I spelled Derek wrong. There we go. Let's try this. Here we go. Yeah. So like you look at his field goal percentage. He's like, I mean, 53, then yeah, 38, 41, 16. Stink like he's had some stinkers in this playoffs. I know he was cooking against Miami. Like, look at these Miami stats, dude. Hold on. Let's find the 2024. Here we go. 20, 13, 16, 38. Look at these percentages. It's out the roof, bruh. But yeah, he was having some stinkers as of recently, but he had a good game tonight. So shout out to Derek White, man. He's in his bag. But I mean, the real stud for Boston tonight was Jaylen Brown. This guy has some dog in him, man. I thought Jaylen Brown was soft like Jason Tatum, but nah, Jaylen Brown's got some dog. I mean, 40, are you kidding me? He was just in his bag from the start tonight. Like, Jaylen Brown was locked in tonight. He's shutting up all those doubters, as everyone was saying, and myself included, they were like, it doesn't matter. Jaylen Brown can't dribble with his left hand. I mean, I was one of those guys too, but I mean, he's just cooking. He don't even need his left hand, bro. You chop that thing off, he would still be just as good because he's so damn good at going right. I don't know what it is, but Jaylen Brown's been him. Like, he had the game tying shot, which was the game tying shot in Indy or against Indy in game one, which was like the biggest shot of his career, honestly. And then you had this game, this 40-point performance in game two. I mean, he's been him in this playoffs, in this series mainly. But yeah, shout out to Jaylen Brown, man. I was giving him shit for not being able to dribble with his left hand, but honestly, he's been the best player on the floor in these first 2 games. So shout out to Jaylen Brown. All right, let's see. Sam Hauser got hurt in this game. I'm gonna be honest, the Celtics are so deep, it's not gonna matter. Especially with a guy like Porzingis possibly coming back in game 4. So they only have to survive a little bit without him. I mean, he gave you sorry, my bad. It wasn't Sam Hauser who got hurt. It was Luke Cornett. Sam Hauser was in this game. He only had 2 points. I mean, he was just kind of a guy out there. No really notable performances off the bench from the Celtics outside of Peyton Pritchard, who was like fucking on. He really helped put the Pacers away like late in this game. Hit a crazy long three that was just nothing but net. I forget when it was, but that was fucking insane. I mean, Peyton Pritchard's turning into a fantastic bench player. Like, offensively, he's going to be Derek White in a couple of years. Like, I don't know. He just got a similar game to Derek White. I feel like offensively, he's going to be Derek White offensively. He's not that good of a defender, but like offensively, he's got it. He's going to be a fantastic role player for the Celtics. Luke Cornett was the one who got hurt, and I mean, you're good. That's going to be big minutes for Al Horford, but they might have to throw a guy like Tillman in there as well, Xavier Tillman as well. I mean, he's been fine in the regular season. Obviously, Luke Cornett has been better because he's the third string and Tillman's the fourth. That's crazy. The Celtics are down to the third and fourth string center. It's like you don't even notice. Like, just think when you go, just let's Sixers fans. If you're watching this, let's dial in here for a second. Um, Go from Paul Reed to Mo Bamba. Like, think about how bad that drop. And think Paul Reed's not even that great to begin with this season. Just think about the drop off to fucking Mo Bamba. Like, Tillman is the fourth string center on Boston. He would like easily be the backup center on Philly, which is insane. He would even be the backup center on fucking Indy, I feel like. Like, remember this guy backed up Steven Adams from Memphis last year, and I think he started in the postseason for Memphis, but now he's the fucking fourth string for Boston. That's insane. I remember when Boston signed Tillman, I was like, holy fuck, they are stacked. And they're even more stacked because he's their fucking fourth string center, which is insane. But yeah, man, O'Shea Brissett also got some minutes in this game. I mean, he's a hustler. We know that. Indy fans know that he's a hustler. I mean, that's what he kind of did in this game. He was just a hustler. But yeah, I mean, the Celtics are just stacked, man. Um, that's all I got to say about the Celtics. We know. I mean, the Celtics are the most talented roster in the NBA. I think they're the favorites to win the NBA Finals. Honestly, I hate saying that as a Sixers fan, but yeah, I think the Celtics easily have the best roster in the NBA, like offensively and defensively. And the thing about the Celtics is they play so good as a team. It's like it feels like they don't. There's no one selfish on the Celtics. Although I don't think Tatum's not selfish. Like I think he used to be a little bit selfish, but like I don't know. They just lock in. They play team ball. That's what they were doing tonight. They were playing as a team, and it is dangerous when a team that talented can play as a team. So yeah, we're talking predictions for Game Three. Tyrese Halliburton's health obviously is going to factor into this one. If he was healthy, I would pick the Pacers to win that Game Three just because Indy is so damn good at home. They haven't lost a game at home, but I think that streak ends in Game Three. Unfortunately for Indy, I think the Celtics are going to go up 3-0. And I mean, if Halliburton's not able to play, like the Celtics might sweep here and just go to the NBA Finals with ease. So yeah, I think the Celtics are going to win this one. Unfortunately, guys, for all my Sixers fans and my Pacers fans, if anyone's watching this, and if you are watching this, as you know, much love. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. I'm just a yapper who don't know ball. See y'all later.